Good afternoon. So, after 43 fixtures in all...
Football isn't just about 90 minutes on the pitch. It's cold Tuesday nights in the cup with your dad. Bradford away in the title race, sat next to the drummer with your best mate. And the renewal of hope every August when you start thinking that this could be our year.
It's absolutely wonderful!
For Stockport County, football has never been just a game. But the strength of a club and its community get tested, and sometimes it breaks.
That's it! County are back in the Football League!
In May 2022, County returned to the Football League after a convincing 2-0 win against Halifax. But to understand why that mattered so much to the club, you have to understand how far they fell. Can you remember where you were or how you were feeling when Paddy scored that first goal against Halifax?
I can't remember truly exactly where I was, but it was in the Cheadle end.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was euphoria, you know, and the excitement and the pleasure in being there on that day. And Paddy is such, I assume he's much the same now, a humble guy that he just did it for the club, and it showed.
If someone had never been to Edgeley Park, how would you describe the club in one sentence?
It's a great family club. It encourages young people, children especially, to go with dads, and has its stand for the family. Its supporters are so loyal and even want to chat to a stranger as you're walking from where you've parked your car to the ground and back. There's a buzz about the club that's not just about a success story all the time. It's about the genuine interest in different players.
In the mid to late 1990s, Stockport were competing at the highest level in their history, the First Division. With current Premier League regulars like Manchester City, Nottingham Forest and Wolverhampton Wanderers paying visits to Edgeley Park during these glory days, there was a real sense of belonging around the club, like they were finally finding their place in the league. On the 29th of November 1997, Stockport battered Man City 3-1 in City's worst ever season historically. And with goals coming from the likes of Brett Angel and Alan Armstrong, the term giant killers definitely came to mind. However, the giant killers were soon to become sleeping giants. When did you first start supporting Stockport County?
I think I first started going to County when the home games were a Friday night, probably around 93, 94 maybe, before the Cheadle end was built. I think that was built in 94. Was it 94?
Yeah, I think so.
And again, it was, you know, just you stand on the steps and watch behind the goal, a few thousand in, but great atmosphere, you know, great times as a fan. Very accessible back in those days.
Definitely. I know you were at that 3-1 against City in 96, was it 96 November? What was the atmosphere like on that day?
Oh, it was brilliant. I remember in the Cheadle end, so I had a season ticket in the Cheadle end in those days, and there was one or two City fans who'd made their way into the home end and didn't hide it, they had City shirts on. And I remember a big ring of County fans around, of just a few City fans in the back of the Cheadle end. And it was all good natured, it was all good banter at that point.
As the 2000s began, the foundation started to crack. County were punching above their weight in the leagues and overspending to try and sustain that level. Without a massive stadium capacity or wealthy investors backing the club, match performance dipped massively and income followed.
By Bolton, a shot comes in, it's got in!
Frequent changes in ownership and management became the norm in the 2000s, and all stability soon disappeared. Combined with over £500,000 of debt that they could no longer repay, County went into administration in April 2009. They were no longer looking at relegation, extinction was on the cards. What does supporting Stockport County mean to you personally?
I go back to the family and the community side of the club, and I think the fact of going, as I say, I was about 16 and started to go along with my dad, and now it's the 3 generations. So there's a song, there's a famous song that they sing in the stands about the scarf my father wore, and it's possibly one of the best, my favourite Stockport County chant, because it basically sums up the whole club. It's a family atmosphere. It's a generational thing. The scarf is passed on, and for me it's about family, and it's about just enjoying the football, really. Particularly these days with the Premier League, it's all about the stats, the XGs, the number. There's so many stats around, but ultimately football is a feeling, and you get that 10 times over at County, because you feel the community.
And after everything you've seen over your time supporting County, what makes this current era special as they push towards the Championship again?
Well, I'd sum it up in Louis Barry, he's already a cult hero at the club. He's only a young lad, but he came through the academy at Villa. He's been on Barcelona's books, and he's been on loan. This is the 3rd time he's come back on loan to County. He just epitomises everything. When I saw the interview of him coming back, he just had a big smile on his face. He was just glad to be in the building. He's still injured and working his way back up to fitness. But again, it's just that he couldn't wait to see the lads. It's about that community feeling.
Entering the 2013-14 season, County were no longer fighting for promotion, they were fighting for relevance. In just 15 short years, the club had gone from battering Man City at Edgeley Park to travelling to part-time sides in the 6th tier of English football. This was no longer a quick fix. It was a dramatic and complete fall from grace. The rebuild would be slow, and everyone at the club knew it. Players left, managers resigned, and fans stopped going to games. If County were going to make it back to where they truly belonged, it would take a miracle. In 2018, they began to fan the flame. Signing seasoned talents like keeper Ben Hinchcliffe and striker Matty Warburton, there was a different energy around the ground, and the results reflected that. They topped the National League North table that same season on 82 points, and fans started to rally behind the club once again. After 2 seasons rebuilding in the National League, including a devastating 1-0 loss to Hartlepool in the playoff semi-final, County seemed ready to kick on again in the 2021-22 season and make their way back into the Football League. And push they did. Finishing on a total of 94 points, they beat Wrexham to the National League title and reclaimed their Football League status after 10 years. Under the ownership of local businessman Mark Stott, fresh investment began to stabilise the club both on and off the pitch. Infrastructure improved, recruitment sharpened, and belief slowly turned into expectation. What once felt impossible began to feel inevitable. Back-to-back promotions followed, and County found themselves not just surviving in League 2, but thriving in League 1. From the brink of extinction to pushing up the Football League once again, The climb has been steady, structured and deliberate. But this story was never just about league positions. It was about resilience and a community that refused to let its club disappear. From relegation to revival, Stockport County didn't just return,
The biggest day in this club's history.
they rebuilt.